So I did, like I was trying to tell you before we got disconnected, that I'm going to offer a reading, a free reading, um, with when we repost this on YouTube. So whoever would like one, they could just say I'm available on the YouTube free reading thread, and then I'll pick one random person.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so we'll do that. Okay, you can get started. They're asking me to tell you to ask the questions that you have been holding on to. I'm not sure what that means. So let me connect. And if you have something written down, bring them with you.
Yes, let me just find it. I have something written down. I just need
Okay,
to find.
good, because that's what they were telling me to tell.
Mhm.
All right. It's beautiful here. The sun is absolutely gorgeous and it's grand. It's consuming half of the sky, but it's gentle. It's not abrasive. It doesn't hurt to be outside for too long. The grass feels healthier. The trees are beautiful, fruitful. The creatures look as if there's nothing to worry about. They're just standing still next to humans, observing. They don't know what happened. The energy is just not an energy of anxiety anymore. A fight or flight. I think that's what they call it. We're
Do you know where you
walking.
are?
I think I think we I think this is the new earth. I thought it was symbolic, a place where it's symbolic. It's not real. It was just a new energy coming through, but it doesn't feel like the old earth. There's peace. There is silence. The music that I hear, the tones are more stable. And I turn
Is this
around and I see darkness. There's chaos. There's a lot of fear. But that's not where I am. I could see them, but they can't see me.
so? It is it an actual different planet? It's the same planet, just a different dimension.
Yes,
Mhm.
I still feel her, Mother Earth. It's unique here. It's thriving. That's interesting. It's it's present time, and then the past is a different timeline completely. I can't see the future from here, but I don't know how to describe it.
What is the past? How does it look like?
It doesn't look good. There's people crying, there's fear. Fear is so intense. It feels dull in that earth, like the color has just been taken out of it. It's not completely bright. There's still a lot of control. There's still, I could see rioting.
What type of writing?
Rioting is violence towards the people that want to control them.
Mm-hmm.
And I see fires and smoke, and I see just a lot of people crying.
So that would be the old Earth, correct?
Yes,
How do you get to the new Earth?
I guess I think I'm already here. I stepped into it. I guess I step into it once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a combination of things where you remember who you are. I know this is different for everyone. Everyone has their own formula of how to get here. And of course, you know this, your inner being knows this and how to do it. But until you allow yourself to stop being controlled, when you take responsibility for your own energy and your own path and your own being, you can't get here. If you feel like you need to be told what to do or who to be, or if you want to be like others, then you can't be here. It's a process of deathing that part of humanity. There's also a need for a cellular transformation, deep inner DNA activation and cellular transformation at a molecule level that needs to shift completely. It wasn't easy for me to get here. It was a lot of crying, a lot of throwing up, a lot of working out, a lot of dark night of the soul for me to get here. But it feels so much peaceful here. Even the creatures, even the animals, they don't have to worry. They don't feel like prey anymore. It's harmony.
Are all the animals already in 5D?
Yes, I feel like they, that's why they say we need to observe them.
Mhm.
They're a little bit more relaxed around humans nowadays. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yes.
The energy shifted for them completely. They were the first ones to feel it. The plants are next. It's a shedding that needed to happen, just like in human bodies, what I was telling you about, that cellular level transformation that happened to her as well. Everything had to be activated. We were some of them that helped her activate that part of her love and her energy and her makeup.
Who am I speaking with right now?
Crystal, it's a diamond. It's the energy of diamond.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe, but there's just diamonds around. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
It's the frequency of diamond.
Okay, interesting. Okay, what would be your recommendation for the people, for the humanity to start on their journey to the new earth?
Take back your power. Become your own person. Don't allow others to tell you what to do or who to be. Don't allow others to take your energy or manipulate you. It's about you taking responsibility for what is yours. It's about doing some grounding work, showing up for yourself, and saying goodbye to the past. People that have issues with or sensitive or what they struggle with keeping family traditions. That's what we do here in this family. You need to let go of the past completely and allow yourself to be who you are. Do you remember who you are? Do you?
I think I'm on my way to remembering.
Yes, you are.
How would the humanity or people would know if they are in 5D?
There's no more crying. There's no more yearning for things. Things just come to you. That's the trick. You desire and you yearn and you want. But in this energy, you have. That is the difference.
So anything that you need, let's say job wise, like work wise, finances, right? It will be provided by the universe.
Yes. Yes, that is what it was supposed to be. That is what Earth is.
Could you
Magic.
explain that? Magic. Mhm. So manifestation.
Yes, this is a planet of manifestation. Or a dimension, not really a planet. It's more complicated than that.
Mhm. Could you tell me more about what's going to happen to the people who are left in 3D?
They still have more growing to do. They want to experience more. It's a different perspective. You don't feel sorry for them. You don't judge them. They are not evolved enough. Many of them come from different planets, or they are elementals that are not ready for the other dimension. They are growing just like you and she is.
Mm.
We're all growing in different times. There will be no one left behind in a matter of speaking.
Mhm. How long will it take for the humanity to fully shift to New Earth?
That depends on them,
Mhm.
but we foresee it happening before the year 3000.
Yeah.
It's complicated. There have been life forms that have progressed in a way of the elementals. They're experiencing humanity for the first time in 3D. They have a lot of catching up to do.
Could you explain who elementals are?
They're the beings that were on Earth for many, many years. There were energies that progress to humanity, to humans. Their consciousness have them progress to humans. They started off as creatures, as half human, half animal, or they started off as fairies, and they progressed enough to become human. And now they have arrived in 3D. They have a lot to learn. They get picked on a lot. They are experiencing being different. They are uncomfortable in your planet.
How are they different?
They don't know humanity like others do. They don't know the social interactions, the etiquette to interact socially with other humans. They laugh and speak to themselves. They are uncomfortable in this dimension. They don't know how to be a part of the collective. They tend to isolate themselves or try to find people like them. Like before they became human, they tend to gravitate among the other species of them. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Like packs, they try to find packs of them, and they don't know how to be a collective with humans. They have a lot to learn. Many, many, many years of or lifetimes of being human is necessary for their growth.
So would you say they will be the last ones to step into 5D?
Most likely they will be the last ones to step into the new world.
Mhm.
But they want to learn. They just don't remember who they are.
Is there a way to help them out?
They need to be a part of the collective, the humanity. Being able to get out of the pack mentality and be a part of something bigger. Stop running away from conflict. Stop wanting to be isolated in little caves as you were. And then they will be able to socialize with other humans. Most of them, their parents are human and have been human for many, many lifetimes to help them adjust to humanity, but they don't feel human. They don't feel like they are part of the pact of the family.
I understand. Okay. So, can you say percentage-wise, how much of the humanity has, at least not necessarily fully shifted, because I think there's probably a small percentage of dimension on a daily basis.
There's been about 30% growth of humans that have shifted completely worldwide. That is a big percentage.
Yes, it is.
The humans that have grown or evolved are still working on the qualities of judging. That brings them back to 3D. It's not about who is doing what or where they are. It's being focused on yourself. It being telling others they should be or do what they are doing is not the right way, or shaming them for not being where they are, is going to bring you back to 3D. A lot of them go back and forth, but they spend most of the time in 5D.
Are there specific emotions or feelings, like you mentioned, judgment, for example, that keep people in 3D?
Are they supposed to fix? Is that what you said?
Now, are there specific emotions that would keep you in the old earth? Yes, feeling specific, like judgment, right?
No,
Are there
judgment.
specific emotions?
Judgment just brings you back periodically, but eventually they are evolved enough to stay in 5D. Fear is what keeps you in 3D completely. You won't have the vibrational energy or quotient to be in the new earth. It is necessary for you to be at peace more than in fear. Fear of not being yourself, fear of being looked at funny, fear of whatever you fear. Fear will keep you in 3D for longer periods of time.
What about anger?
Anger is a beautiful energy that is powerful. When you hit anger, it's a lot more higher frequency than fear. Anger is something that could help you accomplish great things. But it cannot stay in your body for too long.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to convey on the topic of the new earth?
It's important to be observant. It's interesting to sense a creature that it has no emotions. She was talking and there was no emotions. I couldn't feel any. But it's not a bad thing that she didn't feel any emotions. She was very analytical. That was an interesting experience. I'm observing more, keeping my energy where it's supposed to be with me. Allowing others to not bring me down when they are upset. That used to hurt me a lot. And just laugh.
Mhm.
Why is it so difficult for us to laugh? Why is it so difficult for us to have fun, to be curious again? I don't understand that. And it's so funny because when I was sensing her, this being, I think she was ET.
Mhm.
She was having fun, but yet there was no like humor. There was no like, she was no feelings, but she was having fun just being here.
And getting the message out. Yep.
For the longest time, I didn't have fun because I had to be spiritual. I stopped being human for so long because of it. Like, hold on, I'm just gonna come back. I'm trying to come back.
Mhm.
That's the longest I've ever done that, I think. What were we talking about?
You were talking about the being.
Oh, she was interesting. The only thing I
Mhm.
could sense is diamonds and crystals. I'm not sure what beings or what aliens resonate with that type of energy or what. I don't know. The only
I don't
thing
know either, but I can do some research. It'll be
yeah.
fine.
The only thing I remember seeing is there is a distinct separation between the new energy and the old. And the new energy looked vast, like the beautiful grass and trees and fruits and animals. That took a lot of my vision. And when I turned around, the darkness, that wasn't a whole lot left.
Mhm.
I don't know.
But she mentioned by the year 3000, so we still have a long way to go. That's okay.
It's okay. We won't be here. Oh, maybe we will. I don't know.
Well, we'll see, I guess. But it's interesting.
What is the year of 3?
And what is the year 3?
Yes, the year 1 was what is it, century millennia of of men, masculine energy, of anger, of wars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year of 2 is the feminine goddess, nurture energy, birthing new worlds, right?
I don't know this one.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
yeah. And then the year of 3, I have no idea what it is. I hope someone knows what it is.
Maybe
But
they'll put a note or
yeah,
a message or not,
that
what
would
is it
be
called?
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave a note, yeah,
Is
that
there
would be
anything
awesome.
else?
No,
Did you
I
get
feel
to
like
ask your questions?
I did, and I realized that the questions were not written, they were in here.
Okay. All right.
Yep, yeah.
That was an interesting, I've never done that before. And
And she mentioned the elementals. That was very interesting. So those are the ones who were fairies. Like I have yeah, I've known people, I know people who were fairies.
mhm.
So it's interesting that well, some of them are newer, right? And that's true. It's kind of difficult for them to be here. But some of them have, so they're a little more adapt. It's interesting. They're going to be the last ones.
I don't know what you said, but
Oh,
because you broke
can you
up,
hear
that's
me? I'm sorry.
it's okay. But what I think I
I'm
heard
sorry.
you say is that
I'm walking out because I gotta go. Yeah.
no, that's okay. What I think you said is that she said that the elementals were going to be the last ones. I think what I sensed when she was talking is that there were the newer elementals that are being born as humans. Those were going to have time, they're going to need time to process, grow in the 3D dimension. But there have been fairies that have been here for a couple of lifetimes. And it truly is, I think that it truly depends on them and the work that they do, because they're absolutely sensitive people, like nature. They're sensitive to Mother Earth and they are very psychic. But when it comes to being able to be human, that's very difficult for them. Anyway, I think that we shouldn't say that they're going to be the last ones completely, even though I think she did say that. We shouldn't
Yes.
manifest that on them. I don't think that's nice.
No, I agree with you. And that's exactly what I actually said when you didn't hear me, that I know some that have been fairies, but they have had human lives. And yes, whatever, exactly what you said. They're very much intuitive. They're very much with the earth. Yeah, exactly what you said. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for being a part of this channeling. I have never sensed anything like that. It was, I don't know if anybody out there is familiar with who we channeled, but she had a lot of diamond energy. That's the only word that keeps coming up in my head. It's very high frequency pitch. And I there was a moment where she's like, your vocabulary doesn't have the word I want to use.
Yeah, that's there's one point. Yeah, exactly. She's like, what is the word? Yeah.
She basically told me that I need I don't know if she was just trying to tell me that I need to expand my vocabulary or what, but in my head I heard it. I'm like, geez. But she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it in a bad way. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. They just they don't understand humans. We can't take that stuff personal. Just kidding.
You know what's interesting? I started channeling, very new to it. And every time I do, I only get ETs.
Well, I think it's because of, maybe that's why I had an ET. Mostly I get like earth keepers and I don't know, really, really old energy. This one felt it didn't feel old. It just felt different. It felt
Mhm.
ET.
Yes, and your voice even changes. It becomes a little mechanical. Yeah,
I wonder if it
pretty
changed.
awesome.
It's awesome. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of this channeling again. And I greatly appreciate you and your work with me. We'll continue to just, I know that a lot of this information has been talked about before, but I feel like as humans, we've done a lot of progress in going in through a different or changing our energy. So I don't know what we're doing or what humanity is doing, but it's progressing rapidly. That's what I sensed.
Mhm.
And I hope that us strange people could continue to to help each other out. Anyway,
Yes, I agree. But 30% is good. You know, she said
30% is really
30% of
good.
people. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. All right, sweetheart. Have a great day.
Okay, darling. Bye.